Hi, I'm Ashley Harwood, and in this video I want to talk about handles for your wood turning tools. What specifically are we looking for in a wood turning tool handle? Do we want them to be long or short? Light or heavy? Do we want interchangeable or fixed handles? Let's explore some of those questions. So first I'd like to talk about length. The length of the handle is important for two different reasons. Number one, it's important when we need leverage. Whenever we're doing something where we have a significant amount of the tool hanging off the tool rest, or if we're really in a hurry, we're trying to hog some stuff out, we need to make sure that we have sufficient leverage. And a good rule of thumb is, for however much you have hanging off the tool rest, like on the opposite side of the tool rest, you want to have 5 times that amount on the other end. Now, the other reason that length is important is because sometimes we need to pass the handle in front of our body. So we need to be able to move the tool freely without our bodies getting in the way. So sometimes we really want to have shorter handles, and especially when we don't need that leverage. So it's really helpful, I find, to have an interchangeable handle system. So I might use the same tool both for bowl turning and for spindle turning. Sometimes I want a shorter handle, sometimes even no handle, and sometimes I want a much longer handle. So I like a system that I can easily interchange between my tools. Now, the handle system that I use is a taper lock system. There is a bolster that gets glued to each tool. Some people see this as a downside. It doesn't really bother me. Like I said, in situations where I need a really short tool handle, a lot of the times I'll just take it out and use it like this. For example, when I'm making my finials. So there are female threads inside of here and male threads inside of the handle. So it's quick and easy for me to put this tool in here, and it locks because of the taper that's on both sides. It's perfectly secure. It's also quick and easy for me to take the tool out of the handle when I'm sharpening or when I want to put it in a different length handle. So the benefit of having an interchangeable handle system over having, for example, fixed wooden handles would be that I can switch between different lengths easily. Also, I can take the handles off for sharpening. Now, I would consider this taper lock system far easier to use, but also more secure than a system that's using, for example, set screws. So what kind of weight do I want in my handles? I actually prefer my handles to be light. The only reason I would really want a heavy handle, honestly, is if I'm trying to build up my triceps by holding a heavy handle up like this. I prefer them to be light, but I do want them to be strong. So the carbon composite that these handles are made from is actually perfect for me. Now, if you really want a heavy handle, you can always unscrew the end cap and add lead shot or whatever you like. But me, I prefer not to. So the last thing that we want to consider when we're looking at wood turning tool handles is vibration. Specifically, we want to minimize the amount of vibration that's being transferred to our hands and to our body, as that can damage our hands and our body over time. Particularly me, I actually have a condition in my fingers that I have to be really careful of using vibrating tools. So again, the carbon composite is a perfect material that limits the amount of vibration that's being transferred to my hand. Now, wood is another material that also limits vibration, but then again, if you have wooden handles, you're not going to have that easy interchangeability. Well, that's it for now. The handles, as well as all of the tools that I use, are on my website, ashleyharwood.com, and as always, the links are down below this video. I do want to give a special thank you to all of you that left feedback for us on our recent video, The Pursuit of Craftsmanship. We got an incredible outpouring of emails and comments on that video that are that really tug at the heartstrings. So thank you all for watching, and thank you so much for sharing your feedback. And a big thank you again to all of our Patreon members who help to support us and enable us to continue to produce high quality photos and videos. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, I do hope that you'll hit subscribe, and don't forget to also hit that little notifications bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Also, don't forget that all of the links are down below. So if you're interested in any of the tools that we're using, check out the links down below this video. I would like to give a big thank you to all of my Patreon members. Your support really helps us to continue to produce high quality photos and videos for all of my social media channels. Thank you so much. If you would like more of a behind the scenes look about what's going on here in my studio or in my classroom or with whatever project I might be working on, head on over to my Patreon page. Also, at the $10 level, those patrons will receive advance notice of when I'm going to be scheduling my classes. So if you want to make sure that you can get into my next class spots that open up, check out the Patreon page. Again, the links are down below. And lastly, I would like to give a big shout out to my top tier patrons, Andrew Nidal, Carrie Carpenter, Chris Cairns, Dr. David Matheson, Erica Vane, George Zelznak, Jim Tate, Chris Jones, Mark Glonick, Robert Hunt, and Steve Snyder. Thank you so much. Well, that's all for today. I'll see you guys next time. Everybody stay safe.